आपने उठा लिया और असम में एक विकास का एक नया शुरुआत किया। प्रधानमंत्री जी,
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mega Vikas push right there in Assam. The Prime Minister is going to begin talking any moment now. For our viewers who have just tuned in, we were talking about the Peace, Unity and Development Rally, and our reporter was getting you the entire itinerary of the Prime Minister too. So let's get our reporter once again to encapsulate to our viewers the itinerary of the Prime Minister as he is in Assam. And in fact, there's been a state holiday that has been declared in 2 districts on the back of this visit. Take a look at the scores and scores of people who have come there to listen in to the Prime Minister and to witness the Prime Minister launch these slew of development projects. On one side of your screens, we're also showing you the kind of warm welcome that the Prime Minister has received. The other concerning part about these visuals is that India is on the brink of the 4th COVID wave. So whether so many people should gather, that too without masks, that remains to be a big question. But the Prime Minister is going to be giving a huge development push in Assam. He's going to be laying the foundation stone of some key development projects in Assam. We'll get you the worth of all these projects. We'll get you the breakdown of these projects as well. He's laying the foundation stone for more than 2,950 Amrit Sarovar projects as well. And the state will further go on to develop these Amrit Sarovars once the Prime Minister is done laying the foundation stone. In fact, one of the biggest cancer institutes in Southeast Asia is going to be launched by the Prime Minister. It's a huge moment of pride for the nation to even have this. And India will be shining bright at the global stage with that particular announcement. He's also going to be launching a few medical colleges. He's going to be dedicating cancer hospital to the nation. He's going to be attending several public functions. He's going to be dedicated many cancer institutes and hospitals to the nation and lay the foundation stone for 7 new cancer hospitals from what we are picking up. Indrajit Kundu is joining us for the latest. Indru, for our viewers who've just tuned in, if you could encapsulate the Prime Minister's itinerary and all that's going on over there.
Well, Shakti, this is a historic visit as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is concerned because, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that the Prime Minister is visiting Karbi Anglong district, and especially in the backdrop of the historic peace accord that has been signed by the government of Assam and the government of India with 6 rebel groups, indigenous rebel groups who are operating in that area. In fact, even as we speak, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is on the dais and he's giving a rousing welcome to the Prime Minister. And in his speech, he just mentioned the historic peace accord. He said that it was only possible due to the vision of Prime Minister Modi, who initiated this peace process. And the peace deal has been signed recently in September last year. And with an aim for long-standing peace in that area, because these are areas which are very vulnerable areas. Karbi Anglong has many tribal, indigenous tribal populations, and it has been insurgency-prone as well. So with the peace accord being signed by the government of India and the government of Assam, with these underground rebel organizations, paves way for a peaceful future in that area, a non-violent future in the area. And we can expect the Prime Minister to harp on that, because that will send a message to other indigenous rebel organizations still operating in the Northeast. We know that counter-insurgency operation is pretty elaborate from the Indian Armed Forces and other paramilitary agencies in the area. So there are several areas which are still looking for long-term peace, and this is a step in the right direction. So the Prime Minister will be hailing that. At the same time, the Prime Minister will be inaugurating a slew of developmental projects. Currently he is in Diphu right now in Karbi Anglong district, and both in Dibrugarh and Karbi Anglong district, in order to welcome the Prime Minister, the Assam government has, marked today as a state holiday. And a lot of people, thousands of people have gathered at this Prime Minister's, rally to hear the Prime Minister speak at this historic occasion. After this, Prime Minister will be flying down to Dibrugarh nearby, where he will be dedicated 6 new cancer hospitals as part of an elaborate project, a 2-phase project in which 17 cancer hospitals are going to come up in the entire state of Assam. And, these 6 hospitals have been built by the government of Assam in collaboration with the Tata group, and these will be dedicated to the nation by the Prime Minister. 7 more foundation stone for 7 more will be laid by the Prime Minister today. And as I said, that these are remote areas and they require a lot of medical facilities. What used to happen till now is that people who are extremely ill, and Dibrugarh is a very important area, it has an airport which connects to rest of the northeast. So people used to come to Dibrugarh and then reach Guwahati or Calcutta for a better medical treatment. Now they won't have to come to Guwahati or Calcutta. They will be able to get it in their own district in these areas in Assam. In fact, the entire northeast, patients from the entire northeast will now be able to come to Assam for treatment for cancer. So 17 cancer hospitals on the anvil. 6 will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister today. So a slew of development projects that are on the anvil, which the Prime Minister will be inaugurating and also laying the foundation stone for.
All right, Indro, continue to be with us right there. This is Modi's Assam Blitz that we are getting for you right now. It's a grand welcome for Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Assam right there. His Vikas push in Assam, our top story. Let's take a very short commercial break. This and more in just about a bit.